Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another episode of the StreamYard Spotlight Show. I am your host, Dana Bentz, and my lovely co-host, Kelsey Bentz, has another conflicting appointment this evening, so she won't be joining us. But thank you so much for those of you who are tuning in. I just saw Marissa say, "Hey, Dana and Kelsey, miss you ladies." Miss you too, Marissa. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kelsey probably misses you too, but she'll be back next week for next week's episode. But we have a very fun episode for you tonight. We get to talk to Patrick Jackman. He's been tuning in to our StreamYard Spotlight show for a long time now. And I think he's streamed about 50 episodes with StreamYard. I think I have that right, but we'll get to talk to him in just a few moments. But for those of you who are new here, please let us know where you're tuning in from, where you found our StreamYard Spotlight show. We love seeing how global our audience is. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Oh, super fun. I love Andrew's YouTube channel. But the reason we started the StreamYard Spotlight show months ago, I think we're 13 months into this show, which is just very hard to believe for me. But we started it because we wanted to take time to feature or spotlight a member of our StreamYard community. We wanted to show other people in the community all the different ways you can use StreamYard. You know, like we've talked to teachers who are using it in their classrooms. We've talked to churches who are live streaming a church, service on StreamYard. And tonight we get to talk about talk shows. We've talked about podcasts on our last episode. You know, all kinds. You can use StreamYard for all kinds of things. And I think that's the power of StreamYard, and that's why we created this show, is to show you how StreamYard works, show you all the different ways you can use it. So without further ado, we've got to bring on our guest of the night. And thank you so much for putting your comments in. You get to ask questions live in the show, which is one of the most fun parts about hosting this show, is interacting with all the comments. So thank you so much. And ask your questions for Patrick in the comments at any point throughout our show. But without further ado, let's bring on our special guest of the evening, Patrick Jackman. Hey, hey.
Hey. Hello, Dana. How are ya?
Oh, how cute is that? What is that?
That's what we call a thought pop.
A thought
Yep,
pop.
it's an emoji on a stick.
Oh, how funny. An emoji on the stick. And it's green screened.
So I have a green screen in the back.
That one was. Okay, yeah. Got it. Makes sense. Oh, how fun. So you have a lot of different ones.
I have a lot of different ones. Let me show you this one.
Cute.
Yeah, so this is from one of our sponsors.
And you use these on your
Yeah, I use them on the show, Dana. One of our sponsors is she makes these, so we use them. I use them on the show. I use them in training, which I do. I use them in meetings, so it's awesome. Just engagement. Love it.
Yeah, I love that too. And that's what I was just mentioning a couple moments ago in the comments section. That's why we love the comment section, is because it's so engaging with your audience members in real time. So before we get into talking more about StreamYard features, the StreamYard comment section, other engagement tools you're using, can you first give us an overview on your show?
Sure, Dana. Thank you for having me. I miss Kelsey. I watch you guys every week. My show is on Thursdays. It's called The 30, and we stream live from 7:30 to 8 o'clock Eastern time. And right after I finish, I go over to watch Spotlight. So
I love that.
Yeah, so it's great. It's great. So our show, as you said, we have been streaming live. We just celebrated our 50th episode last week.
Wow.
And we focus.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's a feat.
Yep. We focus on leadership. We focus on entrepreneurship and small businesses. So that's our primary focus, where I interview guests, whether it's one or multiple, and we do that every Thursday.
Every Thursday, right before Spotlight.
Right before Spotlight, 7:30 to 8 Thursdays Eastern time. Yes.
7:30 to 8. Love it. So why did you pick that cadence of once a week shows? Did you find that was when you got the most audience engagement?
Yeah, so I'm from the training and development world. I'm actually the founder of the Jackman Group LLC, which is a training and development firm. But last year, of course, right, and I live in New York State. So
Okay.
we went into a pause in New York State from about March. So our business just fell through. Clients weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So I said, let me do something. I've never streamed. I have friends that have, but I've never streamed. So I started doing what was called Pause Break 30. And it was just an attempt to give back and give people hope. And I interviewed therapists and my pastor and different leaders to try to give people hope that it's going to be okay. So that was Pause Break 30. I did 2 episodes on Zoom and I said, just not working. And I just happened to see Gage on an interview talking about StreamYard. And I was like, that's it.
That's it.
so we started in March, that was the end of March. And we started with StreamYard on April 18th of 2020.
Oh, dang. So that was right when everything shut down.
Everything shut down. So New York State, we were in a pause and I called it Pause Break 30 because it was 30 minutes of interviews.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Smart title. Yeah. And then it turned into the 30?
Then it turned into the 30. What I found was after we came out of our break, in terms of the pause, I said, okay, I have to come up with something else and also keep it more in line with what we do as an organization. So we came up with the 30. We dropped the pause and called it the 30. And then we started focusing more strategically on leaders and entrepreneurs and small businesses.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. So I know a lot of our community has mentioned to us before, it's kind of a struggle, or it takes a lot of time to book guests consistently every single week, finding someone to feature on your show, to interview, no matter what the cadence is of your show, if it's weekly, if it's monthly, it's a challenge to book guests. So can you talk about how you go about finding guests for your shows to interview?
Sure. So the good thing about it is that I have a good network of people from our business, from leaders. Then I also look at Facebook and then see who's doing what. And if I see someone highlighting a leader or entrepreneur or small business owner, I try to contact them and say, hey, I'm doing a show that may help you with some free advertising, because we don't charge anything, right? And our job is to highlight small businesses, entrepreneurs, and leaders that may not necessarily be highlighted and don't have the budget for advertising. So we highlight and give back. That's our way of giving back.
Got it. So it's such a win-win, right? Like they're getting in front of your audience, you're getting them in front of, your audience, just vice versa. You can build each other's audience.
Absolutely. It is a win-win. And it also tags right into our business because by them coming on our show, who knows, there may be a potential client for our training and development business.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I want to go back. You mentioned how you found StreamYard. You mentioned going on, you were starting on Zoom before you even found StreamYard. You did some interviews. What sparked the idea to create content online? Was that just, everyone shut down, we've got to start marketing online? Or what made the switch to we've got to start creating content?
And that's exactly why, because everything shut down. We prided ourselves on more in-person training, and there was none. So we said, okay, we had to make a pivot like everyone else, right? So we had to pivot and go online. And that's how I found streaming. I have some friends that were online marketers, and they would always tell me, Dana, you have to take your training online. I was like, no one is going to do that. Yeah. I'm good with in person. Let's do it. That's our strength. And
Right.
hey, they knew something that we didn't know. So
Mhm.
now I am fully immersed in online.
Got it. So you had to make the switch just like we all did to 100%
Absolutely.
online.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yikes. Yikes. So can you talk about how StreamYard is helping you grow your brand and grow the audience that you have built around the show?
Sure. So StreamYard, one of the things that I love about StreamYard is its simplicity. It is so simple. I started off, our first show was with my wife and I at our table, with our computer, all trying to get into one frame. So
Oh man.
that's how that's how we started off. We had nothing. So I said, we just got to go, right? Because people get hang up on, okay, I got to have things perfect. I got to go. But
Yeah.
StreamYard is so simple. And I love that part of it. And then also you can, based on your plan, you can now stream to multiple platforms.
Yep.
So those were two things that I was sold on. I was like, okay, got to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm watching and I'm learning. I'm taking in every show. So I am every Sunday, I'm on the town hall and I
Yep.
don't miss that. My wife always say, hey, it's almost 9:00, time for the town hall. And I
Oh, that
come
is
up.
so fun. I love that.
So that's great. So
I'm
she's
super
bought
fan.
in too. She's bought in.
That's awesome. And does she do the show with you like from day one?
No, it's just me. She was a guest. She was my first guest.
Oh, she was your
So
guest. Oh,
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
fun.
So we were talking about in terms of mental health because she's a therapist. So we were talking about that, and I wanted her to come on and give some information. So that's how it all started. And then I upgraded my microphone. I went to a Yeti. Then I had an external webcam, and now I have a Canon EOS.
Neat. So you've slowly kind of increased your streaming tech over time.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about what you got started with? Because I think a lot of people, the tech aspect of live streaming holds us back. Like, oh, I don't want to start my show because I don't have a cool camera like Patrick.
Well, I started with a Chromebook. That's how we started, with using a Chromebook.
No way. With the built-in camera?
With the built-in camera.
Nice.
And we started downstairs. I started in our kitchen, then moved to our living room.
Just picking the best background.
Just picking the best background. Then came upstairs, and then I bought the Yeti. Then I bought an external camera, and I heard someone talking about the C920. And I'm saying, man, I got to get the C920.
Yeah.
But it was back ordered. So
no, because it was the middle of the pandemic.
Exactly. So
that's too funny. So then what?
So then I got that. Then Gage was talking about the green screen. I said, I got to get a green screen. Yeah. So a friend of mine has some cloth green screen. I got that, but then it was too short. So.
Oh no, it wasn't the whole background.
Right. So then I researched and I had a physical green screen. So, got it. Yeah. So now I have actually two green screens because my office is pretty wide. So I have two physical green screens, and I have someone that does all of our graphics. She created a background for me. So that's what you see in the background.
Awesome. That is too cool. And it really looks professional. Like it looks really good quality. And I love that it's, it's marketing for your business, for the show. You've got it all right there. So people know right when they're, watching your stream. And another thing I like is that you have this background as a guest or as a host,
Absolutely.
Like it doesn't matter where you are online. That's your background, and it's branded to you.
That's our background. So the show to 30, we have our company, we have our coaching program. So we have all those things on our background.
Yep. Love that. So cool.
And then there's puddles.
And then puddles. Oh yeah, let's see puddles. So cute. Puddles is kind of getting green screened out. I think the beak is turning into the background.
Exactly. I was so excited that I won puddles. On the town hall. I was so fired up about it.
I bet that's so fun. That is so fun. I'm glad you won. And I mean, that goes to show you that giveaway tool is so much fun. I think it's so fun for the audience to be a part of it. And then once you finally win, then it's just like, yep, I'm sold. I want to use the giveawye tool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And John can see puddles back there too. That's so funny.
Hey, John.
Okay. And Dimebag Darren Lowe, he tunes into the town hall too. They are able to manipulate the background to anything they want during the green screen. Oh, I thought this was a question. Yep, you're right, Darren Lowe. So you can change your background, Patrick, to anything you want. Do you ever change it to anything else?
Yes. So I change it. We did a conference a couple of weeks ago. So I change it to that. So depending on what we're doing, I can switch it out. I can just have just the background in terms of the green, or I can create a background and just reflect it from the green screen.
Got it. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So smart. So smart. And what I love is that it doesn't, like, you're not adding extra technology to your streaming, to your computer. It's just, you're using StreamYard and you've got a green wall behind you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the two lights in front of me, which helps for the green screen. And one thing that I love about StreamYard's green screen feature is that there's a fader. So depending on the light that you have, you can make the adjustment, which is huge.
Ooh, yep. So can you talk about that? Like, what would be a reason someone would want to adjust the fade on their green screen?
Sure. So if you have limited light, in some others, like maybe a Zoom or something, you have a virtual background, but it's just not the right thing because you don't have the light, don't have a green screen. So based on the amount of light that's shown onto my green screen, I can adjust the fader so that it doesn't look like how some virtual backgrounds look, like you're lost.
Yep. Got it. That is such a good tip. I don't know if everyone knows how to use the fader or how to adjust the lighting to be perfect, but that's such a good tip that you could just adjust the fade to help with your lighting.
Absolutely.
Maybe to combat it if you don't have the best lighting. Okay. Patrick, what is your favorite feature of StreamYard all time?
Oh, Dana, there's so much.
Good answer.
There is literally so much. I can't believe I look at things from a business perspective. I look at it more in terms of investment versus price, right?
Okay.
So when I look at an ROI for what StreamYard can give me, it's an investment in me. It's an investment in my business. And what is the return? So I'm not spending any money. I'm actually investing, and the return can be so great. So that's how I look at it. Invest ROI. What's the return on my investment? So, and there's so much, right? Because you can monetize it. So we have a sponsor. And so if you want to have some sponsors, you can monetize your broadcast. But what I love about it is that the simplicity, every broadcast can be downloaded to video or audio. Yes. And we just started a podcast 2 months ago.
Oh, neat. Oh,
so yes, it's the 30 podcast. So I can simply download the audio and then go to my podcast and upload the podcast. And I really don't have to make many edits to it, just on the front end.
Right.
And that's it.
Because you're adding everything as it goes. You're playing any video clips during the stream.
Absolutely.
Yep. That's it. I love that.
So I can repurpose it in many places.
That. Yep. For more, more pieces of marketing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Neat. Very cool. Cool. Okay. our show has come to an end. I know our show, these
Already?
spotlights. I know, right? These spotlights go by so fast. I think it's because they're only 20 minutes and we jam pack so much in such a small amount of time. But we've got to do a giveaway.
Got to do puddles.
We've got to do puddles. So we're giving away 1 puddles. We can feature puddles right here in your background. Love it.
Puddles.
If you type #TheYard, you'll be entered to win the giveaway, and we'll pull the giveaway up on screen. And while I do that, Patrick, you mentioned you've done a StreamYard giveaway on your show in the past, right?
Yes, I have.
And how did that go? What did your
audience think? It was very simple. And I guess now you don't have to, I was watching Julie and she said you don't have to put like hashtag in there. So you can pull up all the comments.
Right. If you don't want to have #TheYard, you can just do, you can just collect every comment instead of making people type in anything. Yeah, that's a good point. Which
is awesome. So I do #the30.
Oh,
and I just set it up before, and then I just share it and everyone sees it. And they're excited about it because they're seeing their names. The only sad thing is that when your name goes by, and you don't, and I'm like, oh.
I know. That is such a bad feeling. And I don't know how to solve that issue. But it's good. Everyone to win.
It's good because you see your name, so you know that there's an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have a lot of people putting #TheYard in. But let me go back to make sure we're on the right show. Yes, we are. Start collecting comments. There we go. We're collecting. Stefan says, late to the party. That's okay. Never forget about Bentz and Bentz time. Yes, thanks for tuning in, Stefan. Okay, I think we've got a lot of comments. So let's do the draw. Oh, so fun. So fun. It's so fun to see the profile pictures go by too.
I think that's going to win.
Fun. Woo. And you're winning a StreamYard plush duck. Stan!
Nice.
Woo-hoo. Congratulations, Stan. You just won yourself a Puddles duck. And I love the color. I think it looks so good. So good with all of our other branding, and it matches the StreamYard duck too.
There you go. Congratulations, Stan the man.
Stan the man. Oh, that's so fun. So just email us, Stan, contact@streamyard.com, and we'll get you your puddles in the mail. But this has been another super fun episode of the StreamYard Spotlight Show. Patrick, thank you so much for your time and sharing your expertise with our audience.
Dana, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And those that are holding back, wanting to stream, just do it. Just go do it. Don't hold back. Just do it with the equipment that you have. And StreamYard will do the rest.
Oh, that's such good advice. I love it. And Patrick, one last thing. Where can people watch your show?
So they can go to either YouTube or Facebook and enter the Jackman Group LLC. That's the Jackman Group LLC. And that's our company, and that the show runs under that. Or you can go to my personal Facebook page, which is Patrick Jackman.
Patrick Jackman. Perfect. So the Jackman Group and Patrick Jackman.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yep.
Love it. And Stefan says, Patrick, look forward to learning more about you and your work on the replay. So fun. Thank you,
Stefan. Thank you, Dana. Stefan. Say hi to Kelsey.
I will, Patrick. She missed this episode, but thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you soon, Patrick.
You got it. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Oh, what a fun episode. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in to another episode. It's not the same without my co-host, Kelsey, but she'll be back next week for the next episode. So make sure to follow and subscribe to the Jackman Group LLC and Patrick Jackman. And we'll see you next week on another episode of the StreamYard Spotlight Show. Thanks, everyone.